So happy January 23rd. Very, very quickly wanted to jump in here. If you are currently using the Gobi Trade House sort of auto trading trade for you platform, absolutely awesome. I've moved some, I sort of combined all of my accounts into one account. So I'm trading on one account because I had a lot of little test accounts going on out there, and set this up. Basically sort of restarted with all of that combined on January 9th of this month. And since that date, so let's see, what is that? 19 would be 10 days, 20, 21, 22, 23. So last 14 days, my account is up 10%. So no complaints there, all on autopilot. But what I wanted to show you, this is one of the tricks that I've used when trading with Gobi, because sometimes some of their accounts will go into drawdown for quite a while. You can catch some of those. And one of the things that you can do is, if you happen to be near your computer and the trade opens, you can close it and take a really small loss, but go in and take a look at where they set their take profit at, right? And then go in and set what I call either a buy stop or sell stop, depending on the trade, and it'll do this. So let me show you here. Present, screen share. If you don't know what a buy stop is and a sell stop is, go look them up. They're pretty cool, easy to set. You can typically set them on your MetaTrader 4. As you can see, this is the AUD Swiss trade. They came in and set the trade, and I looked at it and I analyzed it really quick, and I got it, and I went in and I turned it off. And when I turned it off, it was about 10 or 11 bucks in the negative. So I just closed the trade, and I said, okay, let's do this. Let's see that where their take profit was. I believe it was somewhere up in this area. I actually just removed it. I don't know why, for demonstration purposes. But I also go in and I like to use the Fibonacci pivots just based on trades, looking at where their take profit is. So I went in and set 2 buy stops. And some people say, well, why didn't you just do one and double the lot size? Because I want to minimize my risk, right? And as you'll notice, one of the things that I did here, right, is I set this buy stop and I set this buy stop. And you'll notice I've got some stop losses set in here because I don't want to take a big loss on these in terms of the direction the trade is going. And of course, I look at my total balance and how much I want to risk per trade, so on and so forth. So I did all that stuff. I set this up. I set in a buy stop. And as you can see, this morning, right around 4:45 in the morning, this trade entered, right? Of course, it came up here a little bit, did a little bit of drawdown, didn't quite get to my stop loss, which is fine. Turned around, came back up, started running up, opened this next trade here, opened this trade up here. Now I've got 2 trades running. This one hit take profit. So now I'm in profit. That's why I do this. Now I'm in profit. I've had one trade that's hit profit. The other one's running, because what happens here typically when you get up to fib pivot number R3, sometimes it'll stall out and hang around here. If it busts through, right, if it typically busts through, it's probably going to go into some consolidation here for a little bit. We'll see. The end of the day is going to be right here. We'll see where it goes tomorrow. If it decides to take off, we need to take a look at what the U.S. dollar is doing in relationship to that and see how that's going to affect also with gold prices, with Russia jumping in sort of I think they're deciding to use the gold standard. You can correct me if I'm wrong, the gold standard to balance their money out like the U.S. used to do many, many years ago. That's going to cause gold to be a little bit crazy. And I know the AUD typically responds directly in correspondence to how the gold is up. So if gold is up, AUD is up, right? If gold is down, AUD is down. And of course, this is the Swiss franc here, and you need to look at those as a combo. But AUD here is a primary pair in this too. So my guess here is the Swiss franc is probably falling. AUD is probably going up. Let me go take a look at that, as a matter of fact, just to see if I know what I'm talking about here. Yep. And I'm using what's called Montof.net. See, AUD is consolidating right now. However, the Swiss franc is just like is going straight to the basement. So with the AUD consolidating, that's why this is starting to range this direction a little bit. Anyway, got 2 trades out of this using the Gobi copycat system. I copied the trade, but I did it manually, right? I turned off the auto and I did it manually. If I would have left it on, it would have been in drawdown for quite a while, which would have been bad. It wouldn't have came back up here. But this is how you set up buy stop. So you don't have to worry about being in drawdown for a long time. You can turn that off. You might take a couple of dollars here loss if you catch the trade in your timeline. Then come in and set up a buy stop, or depending if you're going the other direction, of course, it would be a sell stop if it's a sell property. So hopefully you got some value out of that. If you did, or if you have questions about setting buy stops or sell stops, and I referred you to Goby, please feel free to reach out and I'll show you how to set them. They're really, really easy. Show you how to analyze them. But what I would strongly recommend you do is get enrolled in classes. I've got a link. I can get you enrolled into an actual real education platform. It's not a network marketing company and that kind of crazy stuff. It's an education platform that you can learn how to trade, at least learn the basics so you understand how to do stuff like I just talked about. Understand, what a trend is, understand when to get in, when to get out, how to set a take profit, how to set a stop loss. If you don't know how to do all that stuff, doesn't mean that you can't get into one of the auto trading programs, but you're probably going to shoot yourself in the foot and freak out because 90% of it's mindset. And if you don't understand that, you're just going to end up losing money after money after money after money. Oh, I trade Forex and it doesn't work. It works just fine. They do $7 trillion a day in business. It's working just fine. You just haven't learned how to work it. So I would recommend you get into class and learn how to work it. And it can basically create money on demand. I don't know who watching this, and there's probably some people that have grown their money 10% in 14 days. I'm just going to throw that out there. I love you. I appreciate you. If you'd like to enroll in the Goby Copycat system, there's a link scrolling across the bottom of the screen here. You can go to that link. But before you do that, send me a text message so I can give you the discount code because there's a huge savings going on right now to get enrolled in that. It's Copycat autopilot set up. Very, very cool. If you follow all the instructions and you do the steps that are in all the videos, you can set it up and do that. Again, there's a lot of mindset that goes into that. There's going to be some trades that are in drawdown, and you have to be able to emotionally handle that. And if you can't, then you probably don't need to be trading. I love you. I appreciate you. Jesus loves you. Absolutely nothing you can do about that. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators and help you make a lot of money. Have a great 2023. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.